I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. ...2018 Hyundai Elantra GT.
Sport.
Which means?
It matters.
Red seatbelts.
That's right.
Only in Canada, thanks to our Hyundai rep.
Yeah, he tried really hard to get them, and he got them.
And we even have a red seatbelt in the middle seat in the back.
Which the Type R does not have, because this is a 5-seater. I believe this is actually the least expensive car that you can get red seatbelt in.
That's pretty cool.
If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments.
Okay, do you think I like this car or do you think I do not like this car?
I think you love this car.
I do love this car.
Why?
It is a fun hot hatch with the best infotainment button interior layout of all time.
I love how you go from this is a fun hot hatch to the best infotainment. Just straight to the infotainment.
It's all together. Well, at Rewind satellite radio stations, we have 10. I know where all the buttons are. This is the least confusing interior in the world.
It's really good.
I love Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, interior, infotainment, everything.
It's very well laid out.
I'm not getting paid to say this. I genuinely love it. And the next best part.
Wait, don't you want to do the good stuff up front?
Okay, go.
Box test. Let's find out.
9.
That was good.
Very respectable.
Which I think the Golf did the same as well.
Visor test.
Let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
No. Oh. That's.
You know what? I give it a pass because it pretty much covers everything.
Hang on. Look.
You know what?
Look.
Okay, whatever. If the visor,
No, see, that's not a full pass.
If the visor is gimmicky, it gets at least a part pass.
That's a part pass for sure.
Part pass.
Not a full pass. Horsepower and torque, Yuri?
201 horsepower, forget the torque.
195.
195.
Yeah, which is really good. This is pretty much in every Hyundai Kia.
Yes, so
it's
we
a
had
really good engine.
We had that in the Soul Turbo,
Yes.
the Forte 5,
Yes.
Elantra Sport.
Yes.
I like it.
It's in their SUVs. It's a good engine.
And with the 6-speed, it's really good. We had this in the Elantra Sport.
Yes.
But
the transmission's really good.
But we didn't have a hatchback in the Elantra Sport. So now we have a 6-speed and a hatchback.
Yes, and the knob has red in it.
Speaking of red in it, the whole interior has red in it.
Yes, it does.
I think they did that because if they put red on the outside, it'd be copying GTI. But if they put it in the inside, no one can say anything.
True.
And back to how much I think it's fun. Next thing I like, if you turn off traction control and stability, it only takes like 2 seconds. It's the easiest thing to do.
It actually is.
And it's on the left where it should be, where all your buttons should be like that.
Very well laid out.
And then when you do that, you can chirp the tires in every gear. Almost, like at least the bottom ones.
Yes. We're also on winter tires because this is the dead of winter.
But it's very fun to bang through gears.
It is.
Speaking of banging through gears, one thing I don't super like is the reverse pull-up. It kind of leaves like a weird spot for my pinky to chill when I'm shifting gears. But not the end of the world.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, why is he bringing up reverse when he's banging gears?
Don't worry, it's got to chill there. It's fine.
Yeah, I get it.
Speaking of banging gears,
Yes.
I'd like to also point out that if you start this car cold, you're not gonna get full boost,
No, you're not.
and it's very noticeable.
Yes, it is.
But once it warms up, it's so much better.
If you test drive one and it's slow, make sure it was warmed up first.
And now looks.
What about looks? Do you like it?
I don't really like it.
I agree. It's too subtle. It doesn't stand out enough for me.
Yeah, but it does look good.
It looks good, it just doesn't look as good as the Elantra Sport sedan stands out.
Yes, even though I want a hatch more than I want a sedan, the Elantra Sport looks better.
Yeah.
Headlights don't really do it for me, but the LED running lights.
Yes, the ambers.
Yes.
But we also have LED headlights, standard.
They look good, but like they don't stand out.
Yeah. What about the taillights?
That doesn't stand out.
I actually do like them.
I think the Forte 5 taillights look cooler, and I want those style taillights here. You know how it's got like the outline?
This kind of has that outline.
Yeah, but it's not as outliney.
Yeah, okay.
Even though this isn't a Kia, but it's the same engine, so I'm making the connection.
I get it. My least favorite part about the look is the wheels. They're way too plain.
They're
like, way too plain.
They're plain.
I really like the ones on the Elantra Sport sedan. So if they put something like that on this, thumbs up.
But they've got the i30N in Europe, which is cool. That's this, but the cooler version.
Yes, the N version of this.
We're getting the Veloster Turbo N.
Yes, we are.
The Veloster N, not Turbo. But
we're getting the Turbo as well, but the N is very exciting.
The Veloster N is going to be like an awesome version of this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like way better than this.
Here's a visor test on the Veloster N, world's first, just so you know. This is the world's first 2019 Veloster N visor test. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And I think it has a manual e-brake.
I'm not sure. We'll have to see what comes to Canada, because that was in the States. On this one, we have an electronic parking brake, but we also get this little storage thing, which actually perfectly fits my cell phone.
Yes, or a wallet.
Yes, or you can even pour water into it if you really wanted to.
Or a gun rack. Ford Raptor for him, man. That's a gun rack.
Yeah, those Ford Raptor guys are really into their guns.
Back to the Veloster N, which is coming up.
Yes.
I know this is kind of a segue, but
yeah, we should talk about this car, but
yeah,
okay.
The Veloster N is going to be a funner version of this.
Is funner a word?
It is now.
Okay.
It's going to have a dynamic exhaust.
Yes, it's going to be loud.
Speaking of exhaust.
I love exhaust.
This exhaust.
Sounds really good.
And it
needs to be louder.
But it's also
really good.
Crackles.
Yes, it does.
It can crackle.
And pops.
Man, how did it take you that long to get to that? My goodness.
Here's a little exhaust clip.
You know what my favorite part about the Veloster N, I think, is
What?
that camo wrap they had on it.
Yeah, but you can't buy it with that.
Yeah, but I like that. Maybe I'll buy my own Veloster N and get it wrapped like that.
Maybe. Hey, Hyundai, send us a Veloster N with that wrap.
Veloster N, long-term purchase. I'll just buy a Veloster. Honestly, I've got a really bad feeling I'm going to really, really like it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for everyone to see how much you like this car.
Yeah, okay, I'm excited.
Do you think you'll like it as much as I'll like it?
I think I'm going to like it a lot, but not quite as much as you.
While we wait for traffic, should we analyze the gas gauge?
Yes, we should. The gas gauge test.
Confusing.
I would say this is a fail.
It's okay.
It's a 50% pass, but it's also kind of a fail.
The bottom right one makes sense.
Yes.
The top middle one doesn't
Confusing.
make as much sense.
Exactly.
All right,
Moving on.
Next chapter.
Let's send it a little bit. There's very little turbo lag, which is nice. It feels very linear, just like every other 1.6 turbo from Hyundai.
Those guys have this thing dialed.
They do. That's why they're putting in everything.
I would love the stick shift in the Soul Turbo.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
The suspension's really good. It's a little stiff, but because it's a sport, so it makes sense. It's not as stiff as the GTI though, which means it's also not as good at handling.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It is fun.
It's definitely very fun.
And the damping is good because it absorbs the bumps really well. So no complaints about that. The steering is good too. Like you actually turn and it goes. There's no like lag.
No D-shaped steering wheel.
No, but the Elantra Sport gets one, the sedan.
Yes.
So I wish they would have just put that one here.
But we do have red stitching.
Yes.
And red paint.
Yes, and that should have been at the top, just like the Elantra Sport.
Yeah, but it's not a race car. Whatever, don't worry about it. I don't like how the steering column comes down so low and it gets in the way of your knees sometimes.
Oh, I don't mind that at all.
That bothers me.
I like that it's telescopic and you can move it.
That's good too.
Speaking of the steering wheel, it's heated.
And so are the seats.
Yeah, really good. The seats are really comfortable. You get leather, standard.
Yes, and they're bolstered and they've got nice red piping and trim.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I really like this metal anodized red. It's not just like a cheap plastic red, it's like anodized.
And they've even got it around the start stop.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I'm telling you, man, they did the GTI red copying perfectly. Nobody can get angry at them.
It's true, yeah.
Nobody.
You also get a wireless charging pad, standard, which is pretty damn cool. And let's get to this Android Auto. It works really well. I love it. Takes up the whole screen, which is perfect. The only thing I don't like about this floating screen thing is it's really far to reach.
It is pretty far, not the end of the world.
It's not.
What I don't like is that they need more buttons. Like I need a Sirius satellite radio button, a phone button.
A couple more buttons for you.
Other
I get it.
Hyundai Kia infotainments have more buttons.
Yes.
One thing I don't like about the rewinding in this, now that I've experienced other infotainments that do rewinding satellite radio,
yes,
is that the reach for it is like kind of far. Like when you're driving, you can't feel the button, you kind of have to guess.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a little distracting. Like a hard button for rewinding satellite radio right here would be perfect. Of course, I'm the minority of people who want that.
Never. Overall, it's really good. I get why they put it up here. It's less distracting than putting it down here. And you have your climate control here, which is auto, which is nice.
You know what I don't like about this car?
What?
The lock button right here underneath the infotainment.
Really annoying.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, really annoying.
I'm looking right here. Yep. Nope. Maybe they save money by only putting one button.
That's true. And it's only a lock button, so there's no unlock button.
Well,
so
I think it's both.
press.
I think it's both.
I know, but I'm just saying, most cars have both.
Speaking of only one button, only one window that goes automatic up and down.
Well, this is a cheaper car.
Yeah, but still, like...
You get a lot of value for your money.
Speaking of a lot of value for your money...
Yeah, massive sunroof.
You love that, don't you?
Yeah.
Even though this guy never runs with the sunroof open on his Lexus.
No, I don't.
Like, he's like, no, close it.
Yeah.
But I love massive sunroofs.
That's because I have tint, so then people can't see me. I like not being seen, or if I'm gonna be seen, I want to be fully seen. You get a lot of soft touch everywhere, which is nice. A little bit of cheapness going on here.
Yeah, okay, so it's a little hard, but...
For the price.
For the price, it's perfect. Exactly what I expect.
Should we speak about the price?
The price.
$27,000 for this. That's a bargain. That is straight up a bargain.
I think that's a good price.
Do you like this or the Civic Si if the Civic Si was offered in a hatch?
I like this because I don't have to deal with that stupid volume knob. Like I literally...
Yeah. Speaking of, we do have a volume knob and a tuning knob.
I personally would never even buy a Type R because of the volume knob.
Wow.
Dead serious. Like
I know you're serious.
I use the radio a lot. Okay, half the fun for me is listening to music I like while driving, right?
Yes.
But I don't like to pick my own music because I pick stuff, listen to it all the time, and then I get sick of it.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
why Sirius Satellite Radio is amazing. There's so many cool channels.
Yes.
But sometimes the channels play crappy music, but you know, you can go through them after driving for a bit, and that's why I like the rewinding. This is why I love rewinding satellite radio. Blue Oyster Cult Godzilla came on. I haven't thought about that song since Guitar Hero 1, and I love that song. But I would never thought to pick it and put it into my iPhone. This is why rewinding satellite radio is the best.
And what I like when I drive cars is listening to the exhaust. And this one is too quiet. Sounds great outside, you can't hear it inside.
i30N, Veloster N.
Yes.
Solves that issue.
It does. So would you buy this car?
No.
Why?
I would not buy a front-wheel drive car.
Okay, but you said you'd buy the Veloster N a few seconds ago.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Realistically, I don't want to not own a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But I do enjoy driving it.
Yes. Would you recommend for other people to buy this car that don't care about rear-wheel drive
Yes,
cars?
I would highly recommend this to someone who doesn't need rear-wheel drive.
And you had more fun in this than the GTI because it's manual.
Correct.
So
But
do you think this is better than the GTI?
I think a manual Elantra GT is better than an automatic GTI.
Ooh.
And you save money, and you get rewinding satellite radio stations. Even if the GTI had a stick shift and it was more fun to drive, I would take this because of the rewinding satellite radio stations.
Oh my God.
Because that's what I enjoy while driving.
I think the GTI is more fun, but overall, I would definitely recommend buying this car.
This is better bang for your buck.
Exactly. Like, if you can't afford a GTI, buy this. You will be so happy.
Don't feel bad about it at all.
Exactly.
And don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yes, and Patreon. You guys asked how to support us, so we finally caved and we made a Patreon. So check that out.
I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. This is a subscription break. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe right now. Subscribe. We didn't do that.